Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take the video that I shot of the International Space Station passing in front of the Sun yesterday. I looked that up on transit-finder.com, put my location in, and it told me, yep, that at 14:40 yesterday, and a specific number of seconds, the International Space Station would spend just less than a second transiting the Sun. So I put a C star on it actually, and all you have to do is film the Sun for the requisite time. Then you can actually get the video out afterwards. And what I did then, I took it into Kdenlive, the video editor. I won't show you that bit now, but I just isolated the second or so of video that actually had the ISS pass in it. It was fairly obvious once you scroll through it. I've actually saved that at 10th speed, not for any benefit to this process really, but so that I can see it. So let's go and have a look at it. It's in there in videos, and I called it ISS Sun 250408. There we go. So we'll play that. There it is, and you can see the space station going across at 10% speed. I slowed that down to just so that it's visible. It does mean that I've now got 10 times more data than I really need, but that doesn't really matter. It's all quite manageable. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split all those frames up into one picture each. So what I'm going to do that is this tool here called PIPP, the Planetary Imaging Preprocessor. I think that's right. And I'm going to add my image file, which is a movie in this case. So I'm going to go here. These are my videos here, and the one I want is called ISS Solar, I think. Okay, ISS Sun 250408. It's that one there. Right, so I open that up, and it gives me a preview of what it looks like there. It's the normal C-star vertical format HD, 1920 high by 1080 wide pixels. And you'll see the Sun there, we can sort of estimate is about 800 or 900 pixels wide. Get rid of that, we don't need that for the moment. Now then, I'm going to do this in batch mode, yes. And the option now, optimize options for this will set a lot of the options for you. If you just tick one of these boxes, and this one, solar lunar full disk. So that's it. So that's the source file. So input options. I'm not going to change anything there. I don't need to. On the processing options, when I first did this, I've actually converted color to monochrome. I don't need to. I'm going to keep it color. So I'm going to untick that box. Now, this is important here. The frame stabilization mode, object stroke planetary. Yeah. Don't try and do surface features at this point. If you're doing something like Jupiter that's got surface, or the Moon particularly has surface features, that's a better option. But object planetary, this just centers the Sun. Object detection, enable object detection. Yep. There's some parameters there that don't really matter. Now, cropping, enable cropping. Yes, we want to do that, and it defaults conveniently to 1200 by 1200, which is great. Because we decided that our moon was about 900 wide or so. So we'll leave that there. Quality options. Right. The reason you do quality estimation is if you are shooting the moon and you wanted to pick all the sharpest pictures, you'd do this. But we don't want to do that because all we want here is a sequence of images. So I will untick enable quality estimation. Animation, we're not interested in animation. Output options, TIFF, images. I do not just want to get another video back out of this. I just want TIFF images, a whole stack of them that I can then add together in a stack with the ISS showing through at each point. And we'll come to that bit later. So now do the processing. Okay. And you have to actually start the processing here. And there we go, there it is. processing 255 frames. Well, actually, sorry, 295 frames. And actually that's 10 more than it needs to be because I slowed everything down by 10% of speed. So that's done now. So I'm going to open the output folder, which is going to come to, and that's here. And in this folder underneath, which is the name, same name as the video file I started with, is a folder of TIFF images. There we go, and that's all of those there. And there are 295, I suppose. So what I'm going to do with those 295, they're not too big to be manageable, so I'm not going to try and slim them down at all. I'm going to now put them into star stacks. And we'll put all of those in, go Control A, select all of them, put them in, and it will tell me there now that I have all those files. So what I will do now, I've got some adjustments to do here first. We've got our preferences down the right here, and my blending mode there needs to be darkened. There's a choice. Lighten will just write over all of the ISS shadows. Gap filling will try and do commentary stuff, but darken is the one we want. So darken is there, and we don't need to do anything else there other than to go File, Start, Edit, Start Processing. And this is where the magic happens. Here we go. There you go, and that's our picture. There you are, 295 images processed. File, save as. That there, I'm just going to save it on the desktop so I know where it is. And there we go. That's on the desktop, so I'll now close down that because it's done its work. I'll close down that because I'm done with it. I'll close down that because I'm done with that too. And what I'll do is I'll go and have a look on the desktop now. Desktop here. And we have that Star Stacks image. There we go. And that's opened up in the Fast Dome Image Viewer. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mess about with the colors just a little bit. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to raise the mid-tone reds, and I'm going to dim the blue midtones, and I think that's what a G2V class star should look like color-wise. And I'm maybe just going to crop that down a little bit more to, let's say, about 1,000 pixels in diameter. There we go, so that's tighter and that's centered nicely on the sun, and there we go. And that's it. That's our finished picture. Voila.